This is Dr. Tom Dow of Mindful Diagnostics and Therapeutics. I'm here today to say that we've placed this presentation on our website to highlight some exciting features in both the diagnostics and therapeutics of Alzheimer's. This is Dr. Tom Dow of Mindful Diagnostics and Therapeutics. We've added this presentation to our website to introduce two very exciting prospects for the near future of both diagnostic and therapeutic intervention for Alzheimer's. The first one is a biomarker for Alzheimer's, and this is a blood test that will reflect what's going on in the brain and also provide information regarding risk. This information from this article shows that with primarily normal cognitively people, they've found a good performance for detecting amyloid in the brain and a correlation between these, and actually to identify then risk of Alzheimer's. More so, they found that if a person had a normal PET scan but an abnormal blood test, this was predictive of that individual going to worsening pathology with an abnormal PET scan. With regard to treatment, there's an exciting new and rather surprising finding regarding BCG. And so what is BCG? That's the vaccine for tuberculosis. In the world, nearly 90% of individuals receive this vaccine as an infant. It was never routinely given in the United States. So there's been over 4 billion vaccines given, and it's been found lately to have a what's called heterologous effect, where it can benefit people with autoimmune diabetes, type 1 diabetes, and multiple sclerosis. It has another rather surprising use, and this is a standard of care since the 1970s, and that is in bladder cancer. For individuals who have bladder cancer, they would get this irrigated into the bladder. It's only available to help minimize the risk of recurrence for bladder cancer where the cancer did not erode into the muscle wall of the bladder. So Dr. Charles Greenblatt of Israel was reflecting on, well, when did Alzheimer's become so much more prevalent? And when did the Western world start slowing down or never, in the case of America, use BCG vaccination? And when he looked at different world populations, he found that actually there was an inverse relationship. Countries that routinely vaccinate nearly 100% of their citizens have a less risk of Alzheimer's compared to countries like America. Considering then these populations that get BCG, as in Israel, they get BCG as part of their bladder cancer treatment, and then individuals who have bladder cancer who do not get BCG, they followed medical records of people who were followed for a period of time. And the remarkable thing was that individuals who received the BCG had a 4-fold less risk of getting Alzheimer's than the people who had bladder cancer without BCG. This was rather a miraculous finding, and here it is reflected in a graph from that article. BCG is given in America, but primarily for individuals who are going to do missionary work in Africa or some such. And because of this finding with regard to lessening the risk of Alzheimer's, I'm predicting that we will be using this BCG vaccination to lessen the risk going forward of Alzheimer's in America. So for Mindful Diagnostics and Therapeutics, this is Dr. Tom Dow.